Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. How can we bring good changes to our life in this holy month of Rabiul Awwal?
I just gave a whole sohbat about that, right? How to bring good changes. People are reducing now, like Rabiul Awwal, Safar, all holy months. Now Islam has become just practice, just ritual. Rabiul Awwal is coming. What zikr we have to do? What salawat we have to do? What extra prayers we have to do? It is not just that. Islam is not just to collect some rituals and to be doing it. The most important thing, we pass the month of Safar. We just talk about mercy, and the opposite of mercy is what? Tyranny. The opposite of mercy is tyranny. You want to bring good changes in the month of Rabiul Awwal? Don't just sit and start singing salawats. Sit down and really think that prayer, it is not only for Nabi Ayub alayhi salam. It is not only for the Prophet Yunus alayhi salam. Not Ayub, Yunus alayhi salam. It is for us. And what is that prayer? When he was swallowed by the fish, La ilaha illa anta subhanaka in kuntum mina zalimin. That is not for him, this is for us. So sit down. Are we saying there is no Lord but you? Are we giving highest praises to Him by putting down our praisings of ourselves? And are we understanding that we are making zulm to ourselves, that we are one of the oppressors? This is what the believers' zikr is, isn't it? Is it zikr only to the unbelievers, to the ones who are doing zulm? No, this is for the believers. So we have to sit down and understand, where is the zulm? How are we being a zalim? How are we being cruel to ourselves, to people around us? How? Sit down somewhere and think, in my past, what did I do? What I didn't do. Find, you will understand how you are cruel to your Lord, how you're cruel to your Prophet, how you're cruel to the ones who is just trying to help you. Oh, I'm not cruel. First thing modern Muslims are going to say is to say, I'm a good one. I pray 5 times a day. I'm not cruel. You're not cruel. Really? Every time you're complaining to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are being cruel because you don't like His ruling, His laws, His judgment. Every time that you are upset and you're angry, because anger is a fire coming from shaitan, and you're burning other people, that is not cruel. It is haram in Islam to burn any living thing. Haram, completely. You cannot burn trees. You're going to war, you cannot burn trees, which is now why this war, it is complete haram. The modern warfare. Because the first thing they do is they burn everything, correct? It is not to take out one life for one life. It is to burn everything, and that is forbidden in Islam. You cannot even cut down a tree. You cannot harm the old people. They are your enemies. You cannot harm them, the old people. The young ones. You cannot harm their livestock. You cannot harm their farms. You cannot harm their holy people and their holy places. But modern warfare, Muslims, countries, number one, to run, to have all these weapons, is to burn everything, going against to Allah and His Prophet. What kind of barakah? Even if you think that you are going to win, you're fighting for haqq, what kind of blessing is going to come from this? It is just cruel. Now to burn, you cannot even burn ants. It is forbidden. You cannot even burn ants. That is a physical burning. Everyone who is angry and they are not able to control it, there is a fire that is coming out, and if you are not able to control it, they're just burning each other, burning their hearts. That is the characteristic of a tyrant. Which means that if you are not able to control, you are no different from Firaun or Namrud. Only difference is they have more power than you. If you have that power, definitely you're going to become worse. Whole nation now sitting and judging Trump. Saying, oh, what a bigot he is, what a this he is. Everyone is jumping to say. But no one is actually looking to say, you know what? He is me. We made him. We supported him. He is speaking for us. He is speaking for a majority of us. He is not the problem. We are the problem. The problem must come from somewhere. If you don't have Islam, the problem will never be solved. Never. If you don't have Islam, the problem of racism will never be finished. Prophet ﷺ finished it 1400 years ago when he said, there is no difference between an Arab and an Ajam, except taqwa. So there is no difference between black and white here in this country. They're saying, except for what? Except for how much money you're earning. Except for how much power you have. That is still dunya that is going to bring you to Jahannam. That kind of understanding is not going to last. It is not fair. It is not good. Everyone is judging, but no one is looking to themselves. And Islam, Tariqat is teaching, look at shaitan, but find the shaitan inside of you. Don't just say this is shaitan and shaitan. Shaitan is inside of you. We have its characteristics. You are shaitan. Allah is saying in Surah Al-Nas, the shaitan from the ins and the jinns, isn't it? And there are humans. Allah is saying openly, protect us from the waswasa. And everything in this world now, everything is a waswasa. You wake up and you have this thing, it's a waswasa. Everything, television is a waswasa. Everything is just putting doubt to your faith that you have. And the waswasa is coming from the shaitans, asking for protection. Allah is saying, recite that. And the shaitans, they're coming in the form of the jinns and also from the insan, from man. So, yes, Tariqat is saying, if you don't understand that your ego, it is worse than shaitan, worse than Abu Jahil, worse than Abu Lahab, worse than Firaun and worse than Namrud, if you don't understand that, you don't have faith. Now a man who is doing all this kind of thinking, all this kind of working on himself, you think it is possible for him now to go out there and to be a tyrant? It is impossible. Because he's having taqwa. Allah is watching. Allah is watching. This is wrong. I'm being a tyrant. He wants to do something. Allah is watching. He wants to overstep in anything that he's doing. Allah is watching. My Prophet is watching. My Shaykh is watching. That time it is impossible to have this kind of cruelty. That time more power is going to come to you. And when you see cruelty happening, you have the power to stop that cruelty. So in this month of Rabiul Awwal, good changes are going to come to our lives. If we understand and we ask for forgiveness and we stay away from everything that is going to lead us to more tyranny and cruelty. Not to judge, but to take lesson. Don't judge. Even if shaitan is shown in front of you, don't judge. Allah is the judge. Take lesson. You don't like, you're saying this is forbidden, this is wrong. Yes, but take lesson. If you don't take lesson, you will be a lesson one day. Don't just everyone now is ganging up against the Trump. Half of the nation is like that. Awliya Allah, what they are saying, your leaders, it is your essence. The people, if the people is like an orange, the leader, it is like the orange juice. It's like the essence. You squeeze the people, and what comes out is the leader. The leader that is for you is reflecting what you are. So he is one of the leaders. There are millions of people following him. He is just giving a voice to so many ones who has that in their hearts. May Allah bring the Sahibul Zaman soon to clean up this mess. This is what we are doing to prepare, to think, to understand, so that we're not going to be in ghaflat, to participate in that system without knowing it. وَمِنَ اللَّهُ تَوْفِيقِ الْفَاتِحَةِ. Amin. This much is enough. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Give the tea. Give everything. Yes, Idris.